Yeah. What is up, everybody? My name is Will, and welcome back to the channel. So I hope you guys are having a good quarantine. I know it's been an interesting time, interesting time for me. But anyway, so we're back in the garage. We're working on the Vega again. I've got a list of things to do. First of all, is going to be put that sending unit together, since I got all the stuff for that. Then I got a bunch of hose, so we're going to start replacing stuff in the engine bay. And might even put some calipers on the front end of this thing to get a little bit closer to being able to do car things. So anyways, we'll get into it now. So as I'm sure you guys will remember from last time, I tried to rivet the fuel level sensor onto my little bracket, which I've trimmed to fit a little bit nicer. And I was having problems with the rivets pulling through the plate because I had the wrong size rivets and the wrong size hole and all that stuff. So what I've done is I've gone and bought some new rivets that should hopefully be the correct size. And so we should be able to rivet all this together and be able to throw it in finally. At least that's the hope. We'll find out. So right away I've run into a problem. As you can see, the rivet, I may have ordered them just a little short, I'm not really sure, but either way, it started to expand before it grabbed onto the metal, and so it's now stuck in my fuel level sensor, so I'm going to have to pop that out and probably clamp them together better. I'm not really sure at the moment, just to get everything to grab together. What I might even have to do is countersink them into the fuel level sensor a little bit, just so we get the rivet to stick out a little bit more on the back side. So, fun times. Well, after doing something that may or may not have been a bad idea, I got the rivet out. I ended up just pulling it all the way through, so getting the rivet to break off like it normally does, and then kind of cut it off with the Dremel, which, hope you guys can see, it kind of melted the plastic, but didn't really damage anything, so we're going to try it again. Hopefully this time I get it. But might need to go after this with the Dremel just a little bit to sand some of that down, so I'll be right back. And after breathing some plastic dust that was undoubtedly absolutely terrible for me, took a little bit of material off of my flanges here, so hopefully that should help me out when I go to rivet this together just now. So let's try it again. Come on. Work for me. Oh, success. Yeah. yeah guys, we have successfully mated the bracket and the fuel level sensor. It's a good day. Alright, so now that we have the fuel level sensor mated to my bracket, we'll then mate all this stuff together. And hopefully that should be the last time we have to do that. I guess we'll find out. Well, there's a problem. Yep, I'm gonna have to go eat the drill because my rivets do not fit through the hole in my sending unit. So, as you probably may or may not have been able to see, just whopped out the hole. Now the rivet falls straight through, at least the one. I gotta work a little on the other one here, and it should be good to go. Perfect. Do that. Come over here and give this one a little massage as well. No, my thumb is not under the hole anymore. Get in there a little bit more. Do not recommend doing that, but if you're in a situation like I am where you don't have a lot of drill bits, that's just one way to do it. Again, would not recommend doing that at all. It's not really the proper way to do that. Oops. Why do the rivets cross, you ask? Because my holes aren't in the same spots. Haha! Great success. So, now as you can see, I have a sending unit all riveted together in one piece. Should be good enough for what I'm doing. Not really sure. I've never done this before. So, yeah, there it is. It's about all I've got. So anyways, so now I think I'll drag the tank out and we'll see if this thing fits in the hole. Is this the way to do it? By oddly balancing a tank on top of the Vega with the camera on top of all that? No, it is not, but we're going to do it anyways. So here we go. Uh-oh. We have a problem. Come out of there. all too big. So, what I may do is I will probably go and hopefully you guys can see this, but there's this lip right here. So what I'm probably going to do is take some of this out so then I can sneak the sending unit down in there, because as you can see, I'm not very good at doing this with one hand. But anyways, we're a little too big for the for where it's supposed to go. So I'm gonna have to get creative with that now. But we have a one-piece sending unit, so I mean, we got an overall win so far, you know, for the most part. So onward to other shenanigans. Look at it. Just look at it. It actually fits down in there like it's supposed to. The unfortunate part is I lost the ring that goes in here, so I'm gonna have to figure that out at some point. But the real win here is I have a sending unit in the tank now. So I mean, I'm doing a lot better than when I started. So we're just winning right now. It's a good day. Alright, so now that we know this whole thing fits inside the tank nicely, we're going to work on getting the wiring all fixed up and cleaned up so it actually looks kind of nice and hopefully fits a little bit nicer. And then we'll be ready to potentially just set it in the tank. I'm not really sure yet because I need to figure out the locking ring issue thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but anyways, so we'll do that and we'll continue on to other stuff. Alright, so first step in getting the wiring done is running the power lead for our fuel level sensor up and around, and you know, in here this wire is just going to kind of be wherever it wants to be, but I ran it up so it's connected to the bulkhead pretty tightly. I actually found out that I need to change the pump power lead a little bit and get it a little bit more firmly attached, a little bit better attached to the bulkhead. So I'm going to do that quick. And then I gotta figure out the ground side of my fuel level sensor because it doesn't quite, there isn't quite enough wire to run it over to where my grounds are at, so we'll figure that out real quick. Alright guys, so there we go. So I've got my grounds hooked up. Hopefully they're good. There's a little bit of rust in there, so I don't know if we're gonna get a real good connection or not, but we'll find out here in a second. I've kind of got my wiring all kind of how I want it. I'm gonna have to probably play with it a little bit, get wires kind of moved around, but that's kind of how my sending unit's gonna look. Other than hopefully I get some of these metal shavings off. Anyways, so yeah, so there it is, a completely rebuilt sending unit. Whether it's good, bad, or otherwise, we'll find out. But I'm overall pretty happy with it. I mean, this is the first time I've ever really messed with redoing a sending unit, so this has been a whole experience. So now I think I'm going to do is plug it into the car here and see. We'll just cycle the key on and off and see what happens. Hopefully we'll get, put the fuel level sensor in an area and we should see the gauge move, and hopefully the pump kicks on. I don't know yet. We'll find out though. Well, Good and bad. So the fuel gauge works, which is a huge plus, and I'm pretty excited about that. We don't have pump though. At least I didn't hear it kick on, and it didn't seem warm, so I'm gonna have to keep figuring that out. Not quite sure what I want to do yet there. What I had thought about was just taking the pump off and running like an external electric fuel pump, which is pretty common on a lot of cars. Would like to get this one to work though, just because it's kind of cool, but we'll see. I'm going to keep messing with it and see if I can figure out what the deal is. It might just be a loose connection, or maybe my pump is bad. I'm not really sure. So yeah, but I mean, overall, we're winning, so I mean, we got that going for us. And with that, I think we're going to call it good for today. Got a little bit done, nothing crazy. I might work on putting the rubber lines in the engine bay, which I'm sure you guys don't really want to see that because it's super unexciting. So anyways, I hope you guys stay safe out there with all the things going on. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy watching me work on this amazing vehicle and you want to keep on watching me do random things. We're gonna have to figure out something to do once I'm done with this car. But anyways, like I said, stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.